Environmentalist and Public Speaker, who joins us now from Stockholm. Thank you very much for joining us here on TRT World. So are we really blaming these wildfires on meat eaters, which I'm one of them?
Yes, thank you for having me here. I do believe that is fair to say. It is ultimately, it's the demand for beef that influences this economy. It's a worldwide economy. So if everybody in the world would eat less meat, that would result in less cutting and burning of forest.
So how can people help, Alexandra? I mean, you are really asking the whole world to stop eating meat.
Well, stop eating meat is a bit radical. I mean, I stopped eating meat years ago, actually for environmental reasons, and only later I found out that there are all kinds of other good reasons. I mean, it's the animal welfare and it's also your own health. You live longer if you don't eat meat. But asking everybody to stop eating meat is probably too much. But stop eating beef, or at least drastically reduce beef, that is a very good step forward. So change it for maybe for poultry. Try to introduce one or a few days a week that you don't eat meat. Maybe you discover that you actually like vegetarian food. That's what a lot of my vegetarian friends tell me, that they started to enjoy all kinds of other food. So I think in doing that, you make a good contribution to reducing the growth of climate change.
Well, originally being from Turkey, we love our meat. We use the meat also for Eid. And so how can then governments change their policies to help, or is this down to only consumers?
I think it's actually both. Well, of course, many governments are elected by their people. In the Netherlands, we have an interesting political party, which is called the Party for the Animals. I believe at the moment, out of our 150 seats in parliament, I believe they occupy 4 seats, which is significant for a party that is there for the rights of the animals. So you can have influence in 2 ways. You can vote for a party that would, for instance, reduce subsidies on meat, and that would make alternative food cheaper because the money has to go somewhere. There's only a limited amount of money. Or you can change your own diet. I think it's just so much more efficient. I mean, one thing I just saw in the video that surprised me is saying that humans are also eating soy. Yeah, that is right. And a lot of vegetarians drink soy milk instead of normal milk. That is true. You need to produce a little bit of soy for that. But most of the soy that is produced is used to feed cattle or pigs in China, for instance. And that's a highly inefficient way. So you put, let's say, 20 or 25 times as much calories into a cow than you get out of the cow when you eat it. So you need much more land, and it would be much more efficient to just eat yourself the agricultural products instead of doing it through an animal.
Well, that's all the time we have, but thank you very much for that, Alexander Verbeek.